Imagine being so close yet so far. Folks say curses ain't real. I disagree. From the Buffalo Braves to Lob City to Kawhi PG, injuries, bad trades, Luka doing them how Jason Love did to Adam 22's wife, and Hall of Famers just slipping away. We all know right now the Clippers are being under investigation with the whole entire fake endorsement with Kawhi. So it brought to my attention, how many times have we seen something shady or something weird or some type of hoax with the Clippers? Today we're proving that the Los Angeles Clippers might be the most cursed team in pro sports history. Get your popcorn ready and don't forget to hit the like button, hit that sub button if you like basketball content videos. So we're back in 1976 when disco music and crack was taking over the world. The Braves had just fired Jack Ramsey after leading the team to the playoffs for 3 straight years. Ramsey was a hell of a coach that the Portland Trail Blazers immediately picked him up, while the Braves promoted Tate Locke to head coach, who led the Braves to a 30-52 record and missed the playoffs for 15 years. Not even sniffing the playoffs. That's crazy. That's 3 presidents' terms and he never even had a whiff of the playoffs. Then continue in 1977, meanwhile the Portland Trail Blazers with Jack Ramsey as their head coach win the NBA Finals that year. While their old coach did win a chip, the Braves did trade for a young 21-year-old Moses Malone. All it cost them was a first-round pick and some cash. Remember, Malone would finish his career a 12-time All-Star, a 3-time MVP, and a first-ballot Hall of Famer. And they fleeced the fuck out of the Trail Blazers. But it's the Clippers. In the first 2 games of Moses Malone's career, they only played him 6 minutes. They then traded him away to the Rockets for 2 first-round picks because Moses complained about his lack of playing time. Bro went to average 13-13 the next 2 seasons and then later won the MVP. Unsurprisingly, Tate Locke was fired after that trade went down. Yeah, bro was smoking crack, cause what the fuck was that? We're still getting started because in that 1977 season in December, the Clippers decided to trade away their star player, their franchise player, Bob McAdoo, who won the MVP 2 years ago, to the Knicks for some dude named John Ganelli and some cash. Whoever the owner was must be a reincarnation of Nico Harris, cause what the fuck? Bob McAdoo would then go and average 25 points per game for the rest of his career and finish himself in the Hall of Fame. While this substitute ass teacher only averaged 7 points per game, cut from the team the next season, and is out the NBA in 3 years. Now it's the 1977 draft where the Braves sold the 3rd pick because they had an atrocious season due to idiotic moves. Granted, they can pick Walter Davis, who actually won the 1978 Rookie of the Year and is a future 6-time All-Star. Or they could pick New York's legend Bernard freaking King, who's a future Hall of Famer and a 4-time All-NBA All-Star. But instead they traded away their pick for this janitor looking dude named Swen Nader, who's 28 and spent 6 years with the Braves and never makes an All-Star. But in the 1978 season, the Braves did have some golden 20-year-old Adrian Dantley, who averaged 20 points per game last year and was named Rookie of the Year. But to make sure the roster has no young talent and stays ass like Lil Baby's music, the Braves of course traded Dantley to the Pacers for Billy Knight, a dude who spends 1 year on this team, while Dantley is a 6-time All-Star and a basket Hall of Famer. Bro, just to keep in mind, Adrian Dantley, if you want to compare him to a player right now, he's like the Carmelo Anthony back then. In a span of 12 months, the Braves managed to trade away 3 future Hall of Famers, Bob McAdoo, Adrian Dantley, and Moses Malone, and traded a pick that could have been a Hall of Famer, Bernard King. From bad to worse, the Braves would top it all off by trading away George Johnson and their 1978 first-round pick, who would then become 4-time All-Star Michael Ray Richardson, and their 1979 first-round pick would become Cliff Robinson, who would average 18-8 his career. They traded all that for Tiny Nate, who's a 29-year-old veteran, but the basketball gods slimed that nigga as Tiny Nate tears his ACL before the start of the season. He misses a whole year due to injuries. Bro was looking like Squidward in that one SpongeBob episode. Now they did trade owners and relocate and now are called the San Diego Clippers, but that doesn't really matter, they're still cursed. Now in the 1979 NBA season, the Clips traded for a good scorer in World B. Free, and all it cost them was their 1984 first round pick. He would then average 30 points a game for the next few years. But no cap though, the Clippers low-key folded, because when they traded away for that first round pick, they gave it to Philly, and Philly would then get the 5th selection. And you know who they will pick? Future Hall of Famer, future MVP, Charles Barkley. Also as well, in that offseason, the Clips decided to give a fat ass contract to Bill Walton. Despite winning the chip and the MVP for them, Blazers had to let him go because he clearly had horrible foot problems. Walton had that one toe that looked like Squidward moving the couch in that one episode of SpongeBob. Walton would then miss 2 full seasons and only play 105 games in 5 years. Shit, LaMelo, you have some competition, bro. The Clippers stay on a roll and trade away their 1986 first round pick for Joe Jellybean Bryant. He never averaged more than 12 points a game. Bro's really known just for being Kobe's dad. But of course, that 1986 pick would become the #1 draft pick, which Philly select Brad Daugherty, who's a 5 5-time All-Star. Then as things gets even more worse, change in ownership happens, and this is where that white racist ass nigga Donald Sterling buys the team. The worst move the Clippers have ever done. But wait, there's more to come, because in the next 6 years, the Clippers find themselves having 8 first-round picks. And if you're paying attention, you know damn well they fucked up for sure. They fucked up so bad, it's like when your barber hits that one move when he fucks up on your hairline, when he hits this dance. Yeah, that's how you know you're cooked. GG's, bro. Now we're in 1982 where the dinosaurs are still roaming. Then the Clippers select Terry Cummings with the second pick. Jet only played 2 seasons with them, when they could have drafted the human highlight film Dominique Wilkins, who's a future Hall of Famer. In 1983, the Clips traded with their number 4 pick to their big brothers Los Angeles Lakers for Norm Nixon. The Lakers then used that number 4 pick to select Brian Scott, a guy who's a key player on 3 championships. Clippers, why would you do this? Look at Norm. Look at Norm's hair. He looks like he got that Mike Epps shit, that cha-cha-chi ass hair, bro. He plays ball for fun, does coke right after the game, I swear to God. Now it's 1984. The Clippers have 2 first-round picks in one of the best draft class ever. The first one is the 8th pick, who they select this nobody, Lancaster Gordon. Bro was out the NBA in 4 years. Jit looked like a bum. Bro got that African hair, straight nigga naps. You could put a pick through his hair and have him rising up on some Simba shit. Simba, head boy. They could have selected Kevin Willis, who's a future all-star. Instead, they got this nigga who don't believe in shape-ups. Then they have their second first-round pick at the number 14 spot. They took a guy named Michael Cage, who only plays 4 seasons with the Clips. I don't know who this is. I'm just reading a book. Honestly, I'm just looking up stuff. But let me look him up real quick. Oh, hell no. What the fuck? Bro, they picked this Jerry Curl ass nigga, wannabe dark-skinned Ice Cube ass nigga. Bro, you know who he looks like, bro? You know who this motherfucker kind of remind me of? He look like motherfucking Jerome from Snowfall, Bill my mama. They picked this Jerry Curl ass nigga over future Hall of Famer John Stockton. Then in 1985 draft, the Clippers drafted 3rd, and who they take Benno Benjamin over future all-star Xavier McDaniel and future Hall of Famer sniper Chris Mullin. This jit Benno Benjamin looks like a movie star from Tubi, Bill my mama. Now it's 1986. This is where I really believe these niggas are cursed, because somehow they have 3 first-round picks on some OKC shit. The first pick, they have the 4th slot, and they take Reggie Williams over future Hall of Famer Scottie Pippen. 13th pick, they select Joe Wolf, who only played 3 seasons, over future all-star Mark Jackson. Then with the 19th pick, they select a dude with 0 all-stars, and it has a line down his hairline, Kenny Norman, over future all-star Reggie Lewis. Okay, y'all probably saying, King, the draft is tough, you know? You never know who's gonna be what, where their careers lies. David, NBA teams miss picks all the time. But bro, not this many picks, not 1 all-star. Like, no, y'all not even cursed. Y'all are just butt juice. Y'all are dog water with a sprinkle of curse on top. But bro, the curse wasn't just in the draft picks, I'm not gonna lie, because in 1984, the Clips relocated from San Diego to Los Angeles, making them look like Steph Curry instead of Steph Curry, the less successful young brother, the jello of the family. That summer in 1984, they traded away Terry Cummings for Marquez Johnson. Terry was only 22 years old, just won Rookie of the Year, and just came off averaging 23 points a game. But since the Clippers are not like Michael Jackson, they hate young guys, they end up with Johnson, which I'm gonna talk about in a few minutes. Now in the 1983 season, the Clips looking decent in September of that season. They pick up some guy named Derek Smith off free agent, a 23-year-old averaging 22 points a game. The Clips low-key got a big 3 of Norm off the coke Nixon, Derek Smith at the 2, and Marquez someone's Uncle Johnson. But gang, it's the Clips, they're cursed, bro. Cause what happened next is crazy, I swear to God. Just in 11 games in 1986, Derek Smith blows out his knee on some Derrick Rose shit, and he is never the same and is out the league at the age of 29. Then Norm cracked out Nixon, blows out his knee cause Jit was playing softball, missing out the 1987-1988 season due to injuries, then retires in 1989. Bro, y'all can't make this shit up, gang. Problems gets worse and worse and worse. They're never having a good day. They're on some Rod Wave shit. Like, y'all can't have nothing good. Then bro, I swear to God, I'm not making this shit up. I swear to God on my aunt's grave. Marquez Johnson coming off an all-star year, but bro only played 10 games in 1987 due to, I swear to God, I'm not making this up, bro ran headfirst into that Beno Benjamin's stomach and ruptures a disc in his neck. After that, bro never played a game of the NBA or basketball ever again. What the fuck? Bro lost it all because he ran into a fat nigga's stomach, a Rod Wave stomach. From the 1976 season to 1987 season, the Clippers managed to miss out on 6 Hall of Famers in the NBA draft, trade away 3 Hall of Famers, then to add the cherry on top after the 1987 season, their 3 best players suffering from career-ending injuries. Oh, don't forget Bill Walton, the guy they gave a fat-ass contract to, the guy who was injured for 6 years with the Clippers. They shipped his ass off to Boston in 1986, but since he left the Clippers, bro finally became healthy and played 96 games out of 100 games. As well, on top of that 1986 season, he won a chip and he won 6th Man of the Year. Bro took a sensu beat and never got injured again. But with the Clips, he was looking like that one dude from SpongeBob talking about my leg. Now we're in the 1989 season, but it's okay because y'all lost 3 of your best players. Y'all finished with the worst record in the NBA and got the number 1 pick, and y'all can finally break this curse, right? Because y'all can select college star Danny Manning, who's fresh off a season which he averaged 25 points per game, named Player of the Year, and led Kansas to the NCAA championship. And everything is looking good. He's meeting expectations. He looking great, but blows out his knee just in 26 games into his career. Once again, he's never the same. Now the next draft, the Clips are eyeing and scouting Danny fairy who's shaking his boots and tells the Clippers not to draft him. Bro, your franchise is dead cursed motherfuckers telling you not to draft him. Now that's crazy work, gang. Instead of not listening to him, they could have taken future all-star Glenn Rice. The Clippers proceed to draft Fairy anyway, but bro stood on business saying he will play in Italy, so they're forced to trade him before the season for Ron Harper and 2 future non-lottery picks. But hey, Ron Harper's tough. You heard what Jordan said. He was the guy giving him the most trouble in the documentary, whatever bullshit. And that 90 season, you know, he was balling. He was averaging 23 points per game. But the curse took effect once again. Jit tore his ACL in 28 games into the year. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. Shit gets worse and worse every time. They cannot catch a breath for shit like a fat person running. But hey, in the 92-93 season, they finally break the drought of missing the playoffs. In the 1995 draft, the Clippers take Antonio McDyess, who they traded immediately. Don't ask me why, I don't know. But that's not worse. They could have drafted Jerry Stackhouse, Rasheed Wallace, and future Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett. They traded McDyess for some garbage, which no one is surprised about. 1996, this is one of the best draft class ever. They have the 7th pick, who they decide to draft this nobody, Lorenzo Wright, 6 picks ahead of who else? Kobe Bean Bryant. Now it's the 1999 season. The Clippers land the number 1 pick and draft Michael O'Conley Wakanda dude. I don't fucking know. Who's immediately labeled a bust. Y'all could have drafted Paul Shitty Boy Pierce, North Carolina superstar Vince Carter, Dirk Nowitzki, which I don't know if y'all know this, but those are 3 Hall of Famers. But that's not the only thing that happened, as Lloyd Vault was doing pretty good in the 95 season, averaging 18 points and 19 rebounds a game. That's pretty fucking solid. But he's playing for the Clippers, you know, and he has to have back surgery and never averaged more than 8 points a game in his career. We're done with this dinosaur century. As Sports Illustrated said, they were the worst franchise in pro sports history. Bro, look at this pick. Whoever made this know damn well you're dead wrong. 3 trash bag over the head is insane. Just in 25 years, the Clippers managed to pass on 11 future Hall of Famers in the draft. 7 of their best players missed full season due to injuries and would ruin the rest of their careers. I don't know if that's impressive or tragic or what, cause this is actually insane. Now we're in the 21st century. The Clippers curse should be more known as we're heading in the 2000 era. In the 2003 draft, Clippers get the 6th pick, and if you remember, the 2003 draft class was filled with Wade, Carmelo, Bosh, and oh yeah, LeBron. But let's be real, it's the Clippers. They would have got the 3rd pick or something. They would have somehow messed up and select Darko. Then as well, Lamar Odom did leave in free agency. He didn't get hit with the Clippers curse, but he definitely got hit with the Kardashian curse. Now we're in the 2005 draft, where the Clippers could have took Danny Granger, who was supposed to be a top 10 pick at that time, but they stupidly take this guy. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, gang. Bro only scored 39 points in 2 seasons before retiring, but they still made it to the playoffs, losing in the 2nd round to the Suns because Mike Dunleavy had a 22-year-old rookie who will be out the league in 2 years guarding Raja Bell for the game-winning shot. Then in 2007, we had one of the most disturbing injuries ever. Sean never missed a mid-range. Livingston breaks his literal leg. He did a backwards L on some Paul George shit. 2008 star power forward, star center Elton Brand blows out his Achilles in just 8 games and is never the same after that. We're still not done yet, because in 3 years, gang, they managed to fuck up even more. In the 08 draft, the Clippers select Eric Gordon, who started off strong, averaging 22 points a game and is looking like a future all-star at that time. But years down the line, he's literally just a bum and a catch and shoot player, and his career is really kind of ruined by injuries, I'm not gonna lie. The Clips would then select Blake Lana Rose baby daddy Griffin in the 2009 draft, which isn't bad. Let's be real, that's their best draft pick in the last 25 years, if we're being real. I don't know if y'all know who Bill Simmons is, but he's basically a reporter from Boston. He wrote Blake a letter talking about the Clippers past and their misfortunes, telling Blake to be careful. On God, that's some D1 hating shit, bro, I swear to God. And of course, in the final preseason game, Blake leaves with a stress fracture and misses the entire 2010 season. Now in the 2010 season, the Clippers traded away Baron Davis and their 1st round pick of the 2011 season to the Cavs for Mo Williams, some dude named Jerome. The 2011 draft rolls by and the Clippers finished the 8th worst record in the league, giving them a 2.8% chance to land the 1st pick. And once you know, the basketball gods literally laugh at this, and the Clippers lottery ball got the 1st pick, meaning the Cavs get the first number 1 pick of that draft and select Kyrie Irving, who's obviously a future Hall of Famer. Now the 2013 season, this was their peak season. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, they should have won everything this year. They're looking dominating, broke their Nuggets winning streak record. Lob City's rising, and they swept the Lakers in the regular season for the first time since 1975, since they were called the Braves. Clippers looking like the best team and more dominant team in LA for the first time in years. That's where it ends. The Clippers curse found its way in the playoffs. In the 1st round, Clippers went up 2-0, but Blake Griffin proceeds to get injured. Of course, that took a toll on him, averaging a disgusting 13 points per game, eventually losing to the Grizzlies in 6. 2014, the worst of the worst happened. Ex-team owner Donald Sterling came out with some disgusting and racist comments saying, "Don't bring black people to our games." Oh yeah, he said that to a girl he was cheating on his wife with. They then beat the Warriors in 7, but that doesn't really matter. They lost in 6 against Kevin I Don't Believe in Hygie Durant and Westbrook. They were up 7 with like 40 seconds to go and they just fumbled. KD hitting this insane shot, then KD scored again. CP turned over the ball trying to avoid a foul, bro jumping like a frog for no reason. Then Westbrook, obviously in Westbrook mode, took a horrendous shot down 2 with 8.7 seconds remaining, but he was allegedly fouled going for a 3, putting him at the free throw line, making them go up by 3. Then then Chris Paul lost his handle going for the game winner. That 50 seconds right there literally defines the Clippers as a whole. There was that controversial out of bounds call, but it's like y'all wouldn't be in that position if you just took care of the ball and defend. That's when they lost in 6 against OKC. Now in 2015, the Clippers that year lost Bloodstone free agency. Don't worry, they signed Austin Rivers, the coach's son. The Clippers take a 3-1 series lead over the Rockets, only to choke away that lead as Josh Smith, Corey Brewer, and Jason Terry come out dominating. Yes, those 3 players put belt to ass. Losing to this man is literally diabolical. Now it's 2016 playoffs. The Clippers literally lose 2 of the best players due to injuries. Oh yeah, those injuries literally happened the same game. Chris Paul broke his hand and Lana Rose baby daddy aggravated his quad, losing to the Portland Trail Blazers. Like, bro, what? You can't make this up. Now it's 2017. This season, the Warriors really rised up and they quickly added Kevin Durant in free agency. The Clippers' time is running out quick, and this Lob City needs to tighten the fuck up. In that playoffs, they went up 2-1 against the Jazz, but then you guessed it, Blake Griffin is ruled out for the rest of the playoffs with a toe injury. Dude, you really can't make this up, making this end of a Lob City era. 5 straight 50-win seasons from 2012 to 2017. They gave us highlights that will last a lifetime to even more disappointments that will last even longer. A unit that was literally built for a championship, but was ruined by injuries. Now it's the 2018 season where they sent CP0 rings to the Rockets for Patrick Beverly, Lou Williams, a half-eaten sandwich, Trez, a half-bitten apple, some Lay's chips, expired milk, and some picks. Even though the guy who's bald with a hairline left, Lana Rose baby daddy decided to sign a contract to stay another 5 years. He said he wanted to retire Clipper and bring a championship here. Jit, that's cap. You just want to be rich, play ball out in LA. Steve Ballmer, the new team owner, did convince him to stay, and then he gave him more what he asked. But them motherfuckers did him wrong. They shipped him out to Detroit to die with Pretty Boy Fredo's YouTube career. They did that in 30 games into the season. In return, they got a bunch of half-eaten Brussels sprouts. They finished that season as a 10th seed, while Blake Griffin had his best season ever, averaging 25, 8, and 6, shooting career high 36% from 3. The 2018 draft, they drafted wife beater Miles Bridges and some other dude, and they traded away for SGA. They actually did pretty solid this year, made the playoffs, and actually challenged KD and the Warriors. They actually came back down from like 30 points in game 2. It ended in 6, but the Clippers actually are looking pretty good, and everyone's forgetting about the curse. Maybe the curse didn't really exist and it was just all in our head. After that, they did end up getting PG and Kawhi, but trading a young talent who you see potential in for PG 13%. Then SGA wants to have the most dominant season, winning MVP, Finals MVP, and winning the scoring title. Why Kawhi and PG? Let's talk about that one right now. Yeah, a Finals MVP and an MVP candidate took over the Clippers. They looked promising before the season was suspended. They did escape a Luka round 1. Now they were playing the Nuggets in round 2, and it's going as expected. Clippers getting a 3-1 lead. Then Denver ran off with game 5, then game 6, then game 7. Probably one of the most atrocious games to watch. The Clippers curse is real. Look at this shot from Podcast P. Fuck that. Pandemic P. Kawhi shot 6 from 22 from the field. Pandemic P only had 10 points, shooting 4 from 16 from the field. This was the second time the Clippers blew a 3-1 lead. I promise you it only gets worse. Now it's the 2021 season. This is probably their best year they can make a run for. LeBron gets injured due to a season-ending injury. Jazz are the number 1 seed, but they're looking more like a dark horse instead of an actual contender. Now in the playoffs, they did defeat Luka in 6. They went to take down the first-seeded Jazz, but in game 4, that's where the Clippers curse came and kicked in. Kawhi was going up for a layup, awkwardly planting his feet weird, and tears his ACL. Bruh. On God, you can't make this up. They faced the Suns in the 3rd round for the first time ever in the conference finals, but lost in 6. More than 90% people believe if Kawhi didn't get injured, they would have won. Now it's the 22 season. Kawhi's injured, then PG's only playing 31 games due to a torn ligament in his right elbow, missing the playoff, losing to Patrick Beverly in the play-in. Bro dead crying bragged about being an injured Clippers team. Now it's the 23 season. They're low-key looking good, especially on the paper. They added Powell and Covington last season. They brought back Eric Gordon. Westbrook's actually playing decent. Kawhi and PG healthy. But you want to take a guess how everything went to shit?
Arms of Covington lets it fly from 17. The shot is short. George goes down. A whistle, I believe a loose ball foul will be called before the basket from Dort.
Ew. Late March, literally 1 month before the playoffs. Even if PG did want to come back, he would not be healthy enough to make a solid run in the playoffs. Once again, injuries took a toll on the Clippers. They went to face off the Suns with their big 3 in Book, KD, and CP0 ring. They surprisingly took game 1 and then almost took game 2, and Westbrook was dominating, looking like prime Westbrook. Kawhi was hooping as well. Even though they were missing PG, they could probably still pull off an upset, right? LOL. After playing 39 minutes in game 2, Kawhi was ruled out for game 3 with a sprained knee on the same one he injured in 2021. On God, the Clippers players' bodies are made out of super sun. 3 straight playoffs run are literally sabotaged by injuries. They lost to the Suns in 5. Now it's the 2024 season. The Clippers actually acquired Hall of Famer plate cleaner with all milk badges James Honeybun Harden, making them have PG 13%, Harden, and Westbrook. I know back then they thought they formed the Avengers squad, but I swear to God they formed the super acquaintance. Some of the biggest playoff droppers of all time in the same squad, crazy. If this was 2018, shit would look scary. They also did add PJ Tucker, who holds their best scoring opponent to 30 points on efficient shooting. When the season was coming to an end, Kawhi magically played 68 68 games, his highest since the Zaza injury. But he randomly started missing matches and taking hella low management. As a Clippers fan, they gonna say, nah, it's just necessary precaution and rest, bro. He'll be back in the playoffs. No, the fuck he would not. Bro, round 1 came and he played only 2 games. He had no business of being out there looking straight ass, straight Kent Bazemore. He was on limited minutes. Kawhi was then ruled out for the rest of the series due to his knee problems. Jit knees is made out of noodles, I swear to God. The Clippers lost to 6 against the Mavericks. Now it's 2025, our final season. They lost PG and free agent to the 76ers. He finally left Kawhi in the Clips. I mean, it's about time. That Clippers duo is literally one of the worst duos of all time. No finals appearances, made 1 conference finals, and when they did, Kawhi was injured. A ugly 3-1 collapse. Injuries came creeping in. Very disappointing. They lost in 7 against the Chicken Nuggets. No one thought the Clippers could take them to 7. They almost upsetted them, but when it came to crunch time, they fumbled, like always. Typical Clippers. James Honeybun Harden, 14 points, 5 of 14 from the field. Norman Powell, 7 points, 3 from 10 from the field. Clippers shot in the 3rd quarter, 31% from the field, 7 out of 22. Just disappointing season after disappointing season after disappointing seasons. Can this be the year they beat the curse? They added John Collins and CP0 rings, but also added Beal, so I don't think they will. I 100% believe this team is cursed, especially writing down this script. You cannot change my mind. That's it for the video. Like, comment, sub if you got a big wee, and we out, Jitterbugs.